Hey everybody, ThrewRedButter here, back again with another beer review, coming at you today with a collaboration beer between Trillium Brewing and the Veil Brewing, a Imperial Stout, coming in, where you at? 10.5%, big boy. Alcohol by volume, Imperial Stout with coconut and vanilla. It is the Trillium and the Veil Macaroon. Macaroon. The name's so nice, they had to say it twice. It is actually a beefed up version of their Macaroon Imperial Stout. Obviously, Trillium and the Veil again. Brewed for Trillium's anniversary, which took place about a month or so ago. I think the 13th anniversary. Believe on that one. So they released a bunch of anniversary beers, one of which I previously reviewed, which was a barrel-aged barley wine. So this is an Imperial Stout, coconut, and vanilla. So let's get right to it. Pour, pour, pour. I think Trillium just describes this as like an amped up version of Macaroon. I'm 99% sure I had Macaroon. I can't recall everything about it, so I can't lie to you and do a direct comparison in my head and say anything like, oh, in comparison to just standard Macaroon, I can't do that, so we gotta judge the beer on its own merits, but they say it's an amped up, turned up to 11, the cliche they like to use. So I guess that means I should expect a buttload of vanilla and coconut. Here we go. So the appearance on the Macaroon. Classic Imperial Stout look, pitch black body. The head was about a finger when I was pouring it into the glass, but it fizzed away like soda. There's pretty much nothing left except just a thin ring. What is there? It looks like it's pretty dark brown in appearance, leaving some alcohol legs on the sides of the glass. Let's get the Aroma on Macaroon. A lovely coconut smell, and I will say, it does smell like an actual macaroon. It's got this breadiness to it, like fresh baked dough going on in there. Like, it smells like an actual macaroon and not just, a beer with coconut and vanilla, and they're saying, let's call it a macaroon. Like, it smells like an actual macaroon. Take a shot every time I say macaroon. Oh, and that vanilla. It doesn't smell overly sweet or sugary, so it's one of the big, apprehensions I have going into any like big ass, imperial pastry stout is they could just be a glass load of diabetes. But it smells very pleasant. Yeah, nothing much more to say on the nose, but let's keep going, baby. Let's give a taste on Macaroon. Trillium and the Veil. Cheers, Trillium. Happy anniversary. That is lovely. Oh, wow. Hoo-hoo. Man. Full disclosure going in. I'm always wary, specifically of Trillium and these quote-unquote pastry stouts. They tend to be very overly sweet and not very balanced. Tell you that right now going in, so that was my reluctance into reviewing, taking my first sip of this beer. My worries have been relieved. Wow, this is decadent without being sugary. So, great job right there. Oh, just a great, genuine coconut. Toasted, shredded coconut flavor. Big chocolate as well from the base Imperial Stout. Oh, very dessert-like vanilla. Not like a biting, overly sweet vanilla extract, but actual, like a vanilla ice cream. And again, big dark chocolate, milk chocolate. Oh, on the back end, I got some nice biting black coffee bitterness from the base Imperial Stout. But it all goes back to that coconut. It starts it off, and then everything else comes into play in the middle, and then it finishes on the end. The coconut just sandwiches everything. And again, not a sugary, boozy mess. Oh, very nice. Mouthfeel is nice and thick and full. It feels appropriate for over 10%. No alcohol on this one, and like I said before, for a quote unquote pastry stout, it's not a boozy, sugary mess. Very pleasant to drink. Doesn't leave an unpleasant sticky film on my tongue as it goes down. It's just very smooth. Yeah, just oof. Great dessert beer, as they say. So your final score, final verdict, final rating on Trillium and the Veil. Macaroon. 10.5% Imperial Stout with coconut and vanilla. Yeah, for everything I said before, just for a pastry stout, incredibly smooth, not overly sugary, not diabetes in a glass. Just great stuff here. Yeah, big score, 9.3 out of 10. Very good stuff here, yeah. If you can get this at the brewery, they might have it on draft. I don't know. But yeah, definitely worth picking up. 9.3 out of 10. Trillium and the Veil. Get a proper picture in here. All right. Macaroon. Happy anniversary, guys. That's going to do it for me, Through Red Butter. Till next time. Cheers, everybody.